to What We Watch After Dark. My name's Nathan, and today I am going to be reviewing The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Maria Coachella Ancelo, Yeffy Cato, Jim Brown, ex-football player. Then you have Jesse Ventura, of course, we all know him as the Body Ventura. Earl Van Lidith. He actually was in 4 films his whole career. Unfortunately, this was his last film. He passed away early at 35. But there's one other role you'll know him from, for sure, if you've taken some of my suggestions. Stir Crazy, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, where they're trying to escape. In that movie, he also sings. He's a trained opera singer. His voice sounds beautiful. Then we have Gus Wethich, Professor Tora Tonka, Mick Fleetwood, and that's right, Fleetwood Mac. And then we had one of the Zappa brothers in there, Dweezil. Richard Dawson, who does an awesome job as the villain in this. Karen Lee Hopkins. And then Kurt Fuller has Tony in the main part of the studio for broadcasting. The director was Paul Michael Glasner. It was written by Stephen King and Stephen E. D'Souza. But Stephen King wrote the original story. But anyway, I like this movie a lot. It's one of my favorite movies. And it's just an awesome sci-fi action thriller. So, roll 'em.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Sensational. Perfect contestant. I want him.
He must pay or play the running man.
On your mark.
I'll be back.
Go!
The highest rated TV show in history.
Guess they want us to stay.
It's a game between life and death. Can you lift? Arnold Schwarzenegger is the running man. He's playing for a prize. The prize is his life.
How about the lights?
The running man.
Welcome back. That is a badass trailer, is it not? This is when Arnold Schwarzenegger was was really coming up as a star. By 1987, he was one of the biggest names back then. You know, of course, there's 2 governors in this movie, Jesse Ventura and, well, Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was released in 1987, November 13th. And the box office, okay, the budget was $27 million. The gross U.S. and Canada was $38 million. Opening weekend, $8 million. Gross worldwide, $8 million. One other thing I like about this movie is the kind of one-liners, you know, I'll be back. I mean, he used that from Terminator. He said some other ones that were in other movies. I think it's really funny and smart that way. Paul Michael Glasner was Hutch from Starsky and Hutch. And because of that, Arnold Schwarzenegger did not think he would do a very good job because he didn't direct films, he directed television. Well, I think it worked out pretty well, especially since part of the subjects being on a television show. I think the villains in this are so well done by the actors. Sub-Zero, Buzzsaw, Dynamo, Captain Freedom, Fireball. Almost a wrestling character kind of a thing, but deadly, very deadly. Lots of blood and gore in here. It's a great story. I know it's an aged movie, but it's still awesome. The acting's good. The directing and editing's good. The camera work looks good. The electricity they use, you could really tell that technology has really grown. And an interesting thing, you know, if you look at this movie, it's basically talking about deep fake before it was ever invented. You know, how to superimpose somebody's face over somebody else's. I mean, we're doing that now. It's 2023, and this was to take place in 2017 to 2019. I mean, in the movie, they say 17. In the poster and stuff, it says 19. But some of the stuff has happened, and it was, you know, predicted. I love the film. I strongly suggest going and seeing it. The 7 is a solid one. I like the actors, love the director, love the writer. It's just great. So that'll be it for today. The great news of today is that I'm at 198 subscribers. Please like and subscribe. But that's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I love doing this show, and I love that people watch it. Thank you. Especially if you've made it this far. Now, I want you to remember to love yourself every day. And have you got some? Sugar.